So guys, we had another update and still no F-18 Hornet. So when is it coming? It's about time, isn't it? So let's talk a bit about it. Hello guys, once again it's Matt. Thank you all the members and patrons. Make sure to subscribe. And sorry about the thumbnail, just a small disclaimer, because I know it's a Super Hornet, and of course we're gonna get a Legacy Hornet for sure first, right? But I couldn't find a proper image that I wanted with the Legacy Hornet. But yeah guys, F-18 still not added yet. I think it's kind of crazy that we don't have the F-18 yet. Not for the US sakes, you know, so the United States has one of the best tech trees out there for top tier aircraft. The combination of the F-16C together with the F-15C is pretty amazing. And they have plenty of good premiums with the F-20, the F-4S, and some others like the F-5C. I mean, the F-4S, it's not the greatest thing ever, but it's still pretty good. We have, I mean, everything is an attacker there, so it's not like the tech tree really needs anything, and that might be the reason why Gaijin didn't add the F-18. But I think it's safe to say that it's about time we see at least the first variants of the F-18A or C maybe even, but in general the Legacy Hornet, which are the older ones that have the rounded intakes, you know. And why is that? Well, that's the thing, guys. There are aircraft that are too iconic, or rather, there are aircraft that are or vehicles that are too iconic to not be added. We have some problems with that in the game. I think the T-72 Ural is one. Even the MiG-31, MiG-25 situation. I mean, are we there yet? I don't know. Do we need them? No, but they're so iconic that they need to be added, right? And the J-10, you know, got added now. It took a little bit, but yeah, right time probably, but still. The Tornado, do you remember how much time it took for the Tornado to be added? The Electric Lightning. So there is a lot of aircraft, a lot of vehicles in general that should have been added a long time ago and didn't get added yet, or they just took a lot of time to be added in general, you know. Like I said, I mean, the Tornado, it was 2 years earlier that this thing could actually be added. Maybe not that much, but it could have been added a long time ago, you know. And the UK suffered a long time because of it, and it's not like the US is suffering, so it might be a little bit different and less problematic, but I still believe the F-18 should be added. And I gotta be optimistic, right? At the end of the day, I have a feeling that we will see it in a very, very soon patch. Of course, remember, we do have the October patch that should start to come out 20 to 30 days from now, in the sense of devlogs and trailers and stuff. Yes, we already have another patch in less than a month, basically. And of course, then we have the bigger patch in December, right? And November is kind of a quiet month, but of course in the early stages of November, in the 31st of October normally, or around the first days of November, we have the sales and stuff, but nothing happens really. But we still have 3 months to go and 2 patches. So we have a lot of things that could actually be added. And I just have a feeling that they will do another step up in the December patch. So one of the aircraft that could actually be added to 3 nations could be the F-18. But yeah, guys, it is about time. You know, it's an aircraft that, let's forget a little bit about the US, but could be added to help the Swedish, although the Gripen is a pretty good aircraft. It's not like they really need a help, but it would be an immense help on the sense of diversity to the Swedish tech tree, being a Finnish aircraft that could be added after the MiG-21 bis. It would be a big jump. And I mean, the grind would be very, very short, if you ask me, to get to a 4th gen in that tech tree, but still, it needs to be added. The Finnish tech tree is there, so we need the F-18 there. Another one that could actually get this aircraft, and this is where I think it's in the most dire need of an aircraft, and we kind of can think even and talk a bit about some possibilities that could actually happen, you know. Germany started to receive some Swiss vehicles, and with the leaks that we had, guess what vehicles were there? yes, an F-5E, and then an F-18. Yes, the F-18 could actually be added as a Swiss vehicle for the German tech tree, right? And guess who needs a 4th gen that can fire Fox 3 missiles and stuff in like the most dire needs? You know, who's the nation that it's in the most dire needs for something like that? Well, Germany, right? The MiG-29G, although it is a pretty good aircraft, it is not a top tier. It's a 13.0 and it barely sees even a top tier match. And the F4F, although all the time seeing top tier matches, it's still not top tier aircraft. It's just a F4F, right? It's not F4. It's a Phantom that can fire AIM-120s, and although that is pretty fun, it is really hard sometimes and not the most satisfying gameplay in that. You know, it's a difficult nation to be a top tier contender right now in the German tech tree, right? And the F-18 could actually be added there to actually help Germany. And guess what? If they're not ready for the Eurofighter, if they want to wait another year or at least 6 months or something to add something like the Eurofighter because they don't think the game is not ready, because honestly, to be honest, we might be in that position that we might not see the Eurofighter because of that, you know. They might just add a Super Tomcat yet, you know, they might add naval Su-33s and MiG-29s, they can add multiple aircraft that wouldn't be a Eurofighter yet, or they can just jump for the Eurofighter. But if they don't want to jump for the Eurofighter just yet, the F-18 could actually be the best option for Germany. So again, just like with Sweden, the F-18, it's about time, right? And with the US, of course, it suffers from the same thing as the USSR with the MiG-25. Would the MiG-25 change anything for the USSR? No. Would it actually make it more OP? No. It would actually make it bad or anything like that? Maybe, because, you know, the MiG-25 it will be a hard aircraft to fly. But it's still so iconic that it needs to be added. And of course, the US, it's the developer of this weapon system. So of course, the F-18 should actually be added there. And guess, technically, I'm gonna use this word very loosely over here, so don't get me wrong, okay? But guess what part of the tech tree doesn't have a top tier aircraft out of the 3 main lines of the tech tree? The Navy one. Yeah, the Navy one is the one that is far from top tier. It has 12.7 aircraft in the top rank, which is the F-14B. So the F-18 could actually be added there and be an aircraft that really puts the Navy line into the top tier meta, right? So the F-18, in my opinion, will be coming soon. It has to be. I mean, how long we will have to wait for this aircraft? We don't know yet, but I'm pretty sure it cannot be that much. And while we wait, let me know in the comments if you think the F-18 is coming soon, like until the end of the year, or do you think we're gonna just have to sit and wait a little bit longer? Let me know in the comments, and I see you guys on the next one. Bye guys, see you.